Trump lashes out at liberal judges. Let's get the camera right. Okay, that's center. And let's open it up about that big. Let's move it over. Uh-oh, I think we ready. How you guys doing this morning? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. So guess what? Let's wait for this guy. He takes his time sometimes, so we're going to try again. We were close yesterday. Let's see. You going to work with us today? We always beat the clock. Yeah. One more time. And yeah. Let's get those pores opening. I said, get up. Anybody remember that one? Oh, okay. Y'all know what it is. It's bump that beat. Tuesday, June 3rd. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that, and that, where we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. Just got me pissed. That's right, y'all. We did it. We made it another day. Yesterday we was doing a spotlight and the phone just cut out because it was tired as I was. Right after it fell asleep, I did. So guess what? I'm up, I'm ready, I'm refreshed, I'm ready to move forward. We got too much in the clip to the point where I gotta stack 5 videos at a time. Oh man, what has he been doing? He got a lot of rest. He's energized. He's got on the green this morning. That must mean it must be something to do with money. That's right, y'all. Check out that title because yes, it's about the money this morning as well as a whole bunch of stuff. We got tariffs, we got terror, we got Puffy, we got judges trying to be liberal. We got a lot of stuff going on this morning. So guess what? If you guys are here under the sound of my voice, I'm so happy that you made it. And guess what? We made it another day, y'all. So hey, but let's clap it up. Thank you everybody for coming here because you know what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to share with me this morning, I appreciate you. So what I want y'all to do is pull up, get your coffee, or your tea, because we got so much in the clip. We got to get busy this morning. I'm talking about I can't play around. Yes, I'm going to be in the comments. Yes, we're going to be talking. Yes, we got a lot to get into, but I got to get up in here and get busy this morning, you guys. That's right. I have nothing but work to do this morning. I'm happy to see everybody's here. As you can see, I'm charged up, amped up. I already had my coffee, so I'm ready to go. Let me see what I got over here for you guys. Woo! Looks kind of thick over there. Let me see if I can get this. We got it straight. Did we just clear all of that up? That's what I'm talking about, you guys. We got P. Diddy up in the thumbnail this morning. We got Kid Cudi. It's not even really about him. We got some Trills, Nans, athletes up in here. We got some serious situations, you guys. So without any further ado, I got a lot to get into. So much in the clip. But first, you know I got to come see who's here, right? And you guys got to make sure you let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me check out and see who's here this morning. Okay, we got Kendra Walker up in the building. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, fam. What's going on? Everybody gloved up, looking good. Harley, morning to all. There you go. Good morning, Harley. Who else we got up in here? Marlo Williams. What's up with Verna Tamalo Gotti? Okay, that's a good question. I'll find out soon, I guess. Kendra Walker, hey girl, how you doing? Well, we got Brandon C up in the building, all the people laughing my A off. We got judges trying to be liberal. Okay, what else we got? We got Natalie Georgievich. Morning, everyone from Syracuse, New York City. Brandon C., where you from? Let us know. Let us know where you're from. There go Kendra Walker right there from Grand Rising, from VA. Marla's up in here from, where you at? Mr. Mintz, thank you. I see you see the colorways. That's right. All the people says, good morning, big guy. Good morning from Detroit. That's Batty. We already know. How you doing this morning, love? Okay, good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's nobody else but Rebecca. We know how she get down. That's right, you guys. Let me go all the way up because I know who'll be up here first all the time, every morning, waiting since, 5:45? Nobody else but Mark Dorfman in the building right now. Who else we got? Tim Harsh. Oh, you was up in here early. Okay, hey, yo, good morning, Bugatti, NYC. What's the haps? Y'all about to find out because we got a lot to get into. I did not play this morning. I was saying to myself, you know what? No, it's too many clips. Too much going on. The computer's already given out. Are you a madman? Yes, I am a madman when it comes down to performing and doing my job. What's my job? My job is bringing you guys those clips, making sure that we keep this orchestrated, and you guys know your job, right? You got to stay on topic. Make sure that you let me know where the trolls is at so we can get them out of here with the bomb. Yeah, that's that MOP. Bomb, bomb. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We don't play with that. So yeah, without any further ado, I would like to get into these titles. That's right. We up this morning. They're like, well, Bugatti making a lot of noise. Guess what? You're supposed to be up. Let's go. What we got over here? We got Trump lashes out at liberal judges. Somebody in the comments said, not liberal judges. Yeah, that's what he calls them, not us. This is what Trump calls them. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. I don't want to own any of that. We have the transgender Mills Nail athlete wins a final at a track meet in California. As you can see him, heard him right here. Whatever this one wants to be called. As you can see, the association here we got going on with Varicose. If you guys know anything about Varicose, right there, that's what we got going on in that section over there. And last but not least in our titles, what else do we have? We've got Sean P. Diddy Combs' defense team blasts a key witness in the trial for putting on a show. Let me tell you something. When it comes down to Brian Steele, he's not playing at all. He's asking questions. He's hitting below the belt. He's really out there performing for P. Diddy. And if he could do that for Young Thug, Lord knows what he can possibly pull off for P. Diddy. I'm going down to the trials. You guys are going to see Mr. Mintman moving around today with Mr. Gene Deal, no other. So yes, I'm going to be reporting from down there, probably get you guys some inside information. But we got to do our bottom line first and get our show going. And you guys do me a favor, like I always ask you, make sure that you let me know where you're from and stay on topic when it comes down to the comments. Not even going to ask for any likes. I want to get to work. Without any further ado, let me start stacking these clips so you guys can see what's going on. But before we get into any politics or anything, we've got some late breaking information from Colorado, and we've got to cover this because it's very serious. We have an error attack. I can't say those words. And from here, I'm going to let the video clips take it over.
Free Palestine attacked a rally for Israeli hostages. So at Fox News Alert, 8 people are injured after a man yelling, "Free Palestine," attacked a rally for Israeli hostages with a makeshift flamethrower. The suspect, an Egyptian national who was in the U.S. illegally after overstaying his visa, has been charged with at least 8 felony charges, including first-degree murder, although police have not yet confirmed that anyone was killed. Fox News contributor Katie Pavlis joins us now with reaction. Katie, a line needs to be drawn, right? The Jews are afraid, and the criminals seem to be empowered on the streets today.
Everyone should be afraid. This is a case of Americans, citizens, in a United States city being firebombed by an illegal alien from Egypt who has Islamic terrorism ties and ideology, exercising their First Amendment rights, out for a walk saying we don't think that innocent people should be taken hostage and they should be released from the Gaza Strip. And this is what we've seen over the course of the past couple of months. We've seen attack after attack after attack. And what is this fueled by? First, it's fueled by an American media, which has been lying and spreading falsehoods about Israel's defensive war against this death cult in Gaza and elsewhere in the Middle East. And also it's fueled by Democrats like the Biden administration who let in people who are anti-American, who don't share our values, and who think the way to settle scores with people you disagree with is to try and murder them. And that's what we saw yesterday. That's what we saw in Washington, D.C., the capital city, where two staffers from the Israeli embassy, one a Christian from Germany and an American citizen, were gunned down in the streets by someone who thinks that this free Palestine ideology is something that they're willing to take people's lives over. This is anti-American. It has to stop. And it vindicates the Trump administration when they say we're stripping visas from people who engage in this kind of ideology, who think that this is the way that you settle scores in this country. That's not what we do here. And they're trying to get them out. And you saw Stephen Miller, who of course is the deputy chief of staff, the presidential advisor, yesterday saying the suicidal importing of this kind of ideology is going to stop.
Also, we got Trump, since you said that, we might as well go right over to the horse's mouth, like we like to call it over here at Our Bottom Line. See what Trump has to say about these liberal judges, like in the title that we have here. Like I said, it's not from me. He's the one that calls them that. What does he have to say about them? Let's go right into that.
President Trump is launching new attacks on the judicial system and going after judges who have issued dozens of orders blocking his agenda.
If you look at the founders, the president had certain powers, and you have your three groups, and they all had supposed to be pretty equal powers. But you can't have a judge in Boston running foreign policy in places all over the country because he's got a liberal bent or he's a radical left person. That's what the executive branch is for.
The president also lashed out at an unlikely target, conservative legal activist Leonard Leo. The former chair of the Federalist Society was a Trump confidant who helped shape his first-term judicial picks. Trump wrote on Truth Social Friday, "They were under the thumb of a real sleazebag named Leonard Leo, a bad person. I am so disappointed in the Federalist Society because of the bad advice they gave me on numerous judicial nominations." Back with us is James Sample. Thanks for sticking around.
Thank you, James, but we don't really need your opinion because we just wanted to get it from the Truth Social horse's mouth, or basically what we're talking about, which is our bottom line. You guys, the next clip that we got coming up is what? This was preventable. We're going to go right back to Colorado because we got some updated information on what happened. I don't think that this story should just get that one little 2-second clip. So I got a little bit more, no Diddy, meat on the bone about this situation right here. Just going to take a little bit of information from here and keep it moving.
Carly and Todd, the FBI says this began as a peaceful event on Sunday. Carly and Todd, the FBI says this began as a peaceful event on Sunday. A group of people in Boulder had been marching at a pedestrian mall calling for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza. Then police say 45-year-old Mohammed Sabri Soliman from El Paso set people on fire with that makeshift flamethrower. Video shows the smoke and people screaming. Authorities say 8 people were hurt, 4 women and 4 men between the ages of 52 and 88.
Witnesses are reporting that the subject used a makeshift flamethrower and threw an incendiary device into the crowd. The suspect was heard to yell, "Free Palestine," during the attack. As a result of these preliminary facts, it is clear that this is a targeted act of violence, and the FBI is investigating this as an act of terrorism.
So you guys, I have a lot of insight from you guys, our followers at the show. I do know, and I have a lot of your opinions when it comes down to this, when you say stuff like, oh, we don't want to hear about Palestine. We don't want to hear about this. How about when it's affecting us now and things like this is going on? You're just hanging out in the park and all of a sudden this madman goes crazy. My question is, now is it affecting us? Do you want me to report it or do you want me to stop? Because it's over here now going on. Oh, we don't want to hear about that. We don't want to hear about it, but it's happening up the block in the park and stuff like this is happening. I think we need to get this information and keep on going because we need more fat on our brain instead of ignorance. And I got more for you because now we got some sanctuary showdown situations where your President Trump put states on notice for defying immigration policies where things like this could have possibly been prevented. And after this, you guys, like I said, come into the comments. You want to stack the deck first with some informative information and then get what you guys have to say.
ICE officials to arrest 3,000 illegals every day while going after sanctuary jurisdictions. The administration has put cities and counties in 30 states on official notice for defying federal immigration orders. It is all part of the White House's efforts to crack down on crime committed by illegal aliens. We have Griff Jenkins at the touch screen now with more. Griff.
Well, Molly, there is a battle really
Come on, Greg.
really heating up between the Trump administration and these so-called sanctuary jurisdictions. Let us show you on a map. 34 states plus DC. 34 plus DC. This is more than 500 sanctuary jurisdictions. What is that, to remind our viewers? That is a city, state, or county that refuses to cooperate with ICE, with federal immigration officials. And what DHS has done this week is they have identified these 500 plus sanctuary jurisdictions and put them on notice that they are in violation of obstructing federal immigration law. And it is literally from coast to coast that this is happening. Now, Tom Homan tells us that as a result of these sanctuary jurisdictions, which did not cooperate with ICE, refused their detainers to hold them so that they could be removed from the country, there are more than 600,000 illegal criminal aliens roaming the streets of this country. And Representative Tony Gonzalez of Texas tells me that last year there were more than 24,000 ICE detainers denied by these jurisdictions. Take a look at this video, though, brand new into Fox. This is ICE out in San Diego Thursday, taking down 8 Venezuelan criminal aliens, one of which, Molly, was a Tren de Aragua, a TDA gang member. And you will recall that TDA gang members have been designated as a foreign terrorist organization by the Trump administration. So one of these individuals you're looking at could potentially be a terrorist. Now, let me show you, though, our colleague Bill Malusian doing great work also on Thursday. You saw a handful arrests in his reporting that included 2 El Salvador illegal aliens, one of which was on the Interpol red notice for aggravated murder, the other convicted of child rape and living feet from a children's playground.
And why does this need to be talked about? Why do we need to have this go on? How many are leaving and how many are getting out of here? Let's go ahead and shoot on over to this former official that talks about the agency and the average arrest per day since Tom Homan has taken over.
And now with the Heritage Foundation, Laura Reese. Laura, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
When you look at what DHS is now trying to do, they're focusing on trying to get 300,000 migrant arrests and deportations a day. Do you think that's achievable?
Well, it needs to be done for sure. And really, the deportations are the measure. That is what President Trump ran on during his campaign. That is what he has promised, and that's what Americans voted for and continue to support. It's also one of the reasons why self-deportations are so important. Yes, arrests lead to detention, which tends to lead to deportations, but it is really about the deportation numbers.
All right, that's it. That's enough deportation. You're gonna have people knocking on your door with like, yo, I hear all this loud stuff about deportation, papi. ¿Qué pasó? You don't like us here? What's going on? All this deportation that you're talking about. What do you guys got to say about it? Because it's actually hitting home for real. I'm in the comments right now. What y'all got for me? This is the only news that I watch. Bugatti NYC. Thank you so much, Kendra. I really appreciate that. Now, are they getting due process? I don't know. What sort of due process are we talking about? Taking each person through the process that could take 2 years? I don't know. Is that the one? Sirius Snape says, yeah. If you think so, Marlana, it must be true. Love you. I know you have hard times. You are the strong. Okay, what we got? Natalie says, hits home. It does hit home, Natalie. Sirius says, some crazy story, Natalie. Question mark. Sam C says, thank God I'm in Florida. Marlana Williams says, sounds like you need to follow your own advice, Sirius. Okay, I live in one of those places, says Natalie. Turd. Yeah, I hate it too because I'm in New York and one of them too, Natalie. Look, Marlana. Okay, we're going to keep on staying on topic, you guys. All we're talking about is the topics. David says information. Yeah. Okay, Kendra Walker says report love. Sirius says what is going on in the U.S. Why he attacked 2 Germans and American person? Crazy. Okay, what happened? Okay, Marlana. Come on, everybody else. Come on, let me see somebody else talking. Thank you so. Oh, y'all was laughing at the other stuff earlier. Okay, we're staying on topic. I love it. All I'm going to ask you guys to do right now, double tap that screen so more people can get the information from the #1 show at 6 o'clock. And why? Because of you. Not just me, because of you. And we killing it right now. We killing those numbers and doing our thing. We in here we ain't playing no games. We're taking no prisoners, you guys. What's my job to do now? Got to get some more clips going. And I want you guys also, why you not saying where y'all chiming in from? Look at the sweat right there. I ain't even going to act like it's not there. I'm working right now. So, yo, I would be doing this and all of that. Nope. I'm just going to own it. Sweating like crazy. Have no idea. Hopefully you guys don't over it. I apologize for it, but it's hot in here. And I ain't talking about Nelly type of hot in here. It's a little sweaty. So let me keep on moving. And you guys, pardon the sweat pads. Okay, also, this needs to be done. Okay, we got that out. Now we got to go ahead and, oh man, we said we wasn't going to do no more of this. We said we wasn't going to do no more of this. But they got so much stuff going on, so much activity, and they keep on committing crimes in so many places. I got to do it, man, because this is in South Carolina where my mom is from, where my people are from. We got these 6 illegals, man. These criminals been charged with murder of a South Carolina mother. I ain't gonna pull no punches right now. I'm letting it all go. Whoever want to leave because we doing too much immigration, y'all can bounce. We got mad more coming after this, but we got to get this out the clip. Let's go.
I'm Christina Owayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories. Law enforcement has confirmed that the 6 people arrested for the murder of Larisha Sherelle Thompson are all illegal migrants from Honduras. The Biden administration extended temporary protected status for Honduran migrants, rescinding the Trump-era termination of TPS for Honduras and extending protections for another 18 months. The new extension is in effect through July 5th, 2025. Thompson was shot and killed during a random attack as she drove down a rural road. Of those arrested, 3 men, 21-year-old Asael Aminadas Torres Chirinos, 18-year-old Jarby Ardon Ramos Odari, 17-year-old Jason Sobier Pineda Salgado, and 3 juveniles, ages 13, 14, and 15, that are not being named because of their age. All of the illegals are facing murder charges. One of the accused illegal migrants, Torres Chirinos, is facing additional charges. Thompson was found shot to death in her car on May 3rd. Police say she left her house earlier that evening and was traveling to Rock Hill. That's when her family lost contact with her and searched the area. Her car was found about 7 miles from her home with her body still inside. That's what you need to know in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to do it. So y'all ain't got a problem with that. We had to let that go and let this person get their information out, because if we don't do it, nobody else will. So now I'm going to keep on moving forward. Anybody want to talk about Ukraine? Because that's where we're going. We're going through Ukraine right now. Why are we going through Ukraine? Because they're not playing. I'm going to tell you right now, I guess you know what they said? If we going out, we're going to go out with a bang. And they sent a bang bang over to Russia, and they changed a lot of the course of what's going on with this Wilsnor. Oh, you ain't going to get me with that neither. Wilsnor. Hopefully you guys figure out what I'm saying. W-A-R. They're saying that Ukraine has now changed the trajectory of the pattern of this Wilsnor. Why? Because they sent over all of these ballistic drones, and they hit the airport, and they hit the planes. The planes that actually have been aiming and firing upon them have now been taken out. A large number of them too. So now Ukraine, people are like, oh, okay, Ukraine ain't playing.
Do you still believe that Putin actually wants to end the war?
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks.
Do you still believe that Putin actually wants to end the war?
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, we're going to find out very soon. We're going to find out whether or not he's tapping us along or not.
Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. Vladimir Putin bombed Ukraine shortly after a prisoner exchange, and of course Ukraine struck back. Just today, Ukraine launched a massive drone attack, destroying 40 Russian planes. Putin is still killing innocent civilians, even after Donald Trump said stop. President Trump does not like being lied to or misled.
We've said multiple times that we're going to judge Russia based not on what they say, but on what they do. And right now what's happening is not good. I think the president has judged Putin based on the nature of what was clearly extremely frustrating to him regarding.
So what did Ukraine actually do yesterday, guys? I'm going to show you what they did. They did some serious damage to the fleet of Russia. Check this out.
The attacks put Ukraine in a stronger position because they're no longer essentially negotiating from a point of weakness, and that they've also sent a message to the West as well, that they are still in this fight and that they can actually take on that incredible sort of conventional superiority that Russia has.
The details of Ukraine's mass drone attack on Russia's strategic bomber force are scarcely believable. Somehow the Ukrainians smuggled more than 100 drones near to Russian Air Force bases thousands of miles from the border. They then launched them remotely in a coordinated attack. It's audacious and brilliant. How effective was it, though?
So they had a truck that they pulled up and they let the truck sit there. Driver got up out of there. He left. And then all of a sudden, drones just started coming out of this truck and aiming at their planes. Ukraine ain't no joke. Check this out.
Times World Affairs editor Catherine Filt is in Kyiv and joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Kate.
Those are the basic details, but it is really an incredible feat the Ukrainians have pulled off, isn't it?
It's absolutely extraordinary. It's being compared in all over sort of Ukrainian social media to in particular the Israeli attack on when they blew up Hezbollah pagers in Lebanon and essentially sort of brought that organization to its knees. And so there's a lot of, the sort of comparisons that Ukraine has pulled off something similarly audacious, shall we say.
And what kind of damage has it done to Russian infrastructure and military and defense infrastructure? How big of a hit is this in those terms?
It's a big hit. I mean, what we heard yesterday was that they had hit 41 of these strategic long-range bombers. Now, these are the aircraft that that Russia uses primarily to launch long-range missile attacks on Ukraine. So we were told that they had hit 41 of them. There are only 120 of them, and most of them are no longer in production.
So they're not going to be able to make no more from the ones that already been hit. And they damaged basically 31% of the fleet that has been going against them. I don't know what's going on with her. She needs a writer. She thought Badu Baba Biba and the drone, the Gabagoo. Come on now, could you get your words right, lady? We busy over here. We got work, we got videos to stack, and I gotta get in the comments. So what y'all got for me? Come on, what y'all got for me on this situation? Tell me that wasn't crazy. Okay, you really believe that they do? That's just strange. Marlena's dying laughing over there. What else y'all got? Y'all got Brandon C up in the building that says, all the people, he really just wants NATO to back off. But when you say it like that, sure. What else you got? You got Sirius says, nah, that will never happen. Sirius says, so whole Europe, Brandon, question mark. The Python says, because if no one does it, due process, then done no. Okay, Brandon, give Putin what he wants, says Brandon. Sirius says, LOL, great tactic. Basket Case says, is America still working for Ukraine? Okay, what else y'all got over here from you? I got that Python, the Python 607 says, okay, now y'all got to stay on topic. 100% is in here. I was here. Okay, Brandon, I see you up in there heavy. I see I was here says, when your kids ask what we did while 100,000 people, Mills murdered, we'll program them and teach them about American and what we'll do to stay compliant in the war Krill's names. Okay, y'all keeping on topic. I see you. Chat, please stick to the topic, please. Y'all see, y'all got me rumbling and jumbling when y'all don't stick to the topic. And when you talk to each other, why don't y'all do that in the Discord? Y'all got me sweating bullets over here. Look with the sweat stains, trying to hide them because I'm working like crazy. I got to get me some underarm pads or something like that. I don't know, or maybe cut the AC on for real. But I don't care about that because guess what? I got to keep working. That means I'm just working. And if a man don't sweat, him don't deserve to get paid. Let me keep on moving forward because now we got the search that's continuing for this Arkansas inmate, Grant Harden. Yes, somebody else got out. And I'm not talking about those guys that was in NOLA in New Orleans. I'm talking about another inmate that got away. And this guy got away in where's that at? Come on over here, Arkansas. Oh, y'all ain't think I was going to go to places like that? I said, where haven't we been yet? Arkansas. And guess what? As soon as I plugged it in, Grant was acting up, and I said, we got one. So yes, we're going to represent for the great state of Arkansas right now, you guys. I think it's a state. If I'm wrong, fix me in the comments like y'all always do. Come on, y'all, let's keep on going.
Evening of the manhunt for Grant Hardin. Continuing coverage this evening of the manhunt for Grant Hardin. It's now been a week since he escaped from prison in Calico Rock, Arkansas. Since then, search teams have been using every means necessary to find him. 5 News reporter Parker Abels joins us with an update on where things stand tonight.
Rachel, Grant Hardin has been on the run since last Sunday when he escaped from North Central Unit Prison in Calico Rock. Today marks exactly 1 week that police officers have been searching for him all across northern Arkansas.
He's an ex-police officer, and the way that he got out, I gotta say it was genius. It reminds me of Escape from Alcatraz. Watch this.
On May 25th, Hardin escaped using a makeshift police uniform and walked out of the prison. Hardin was a former police officer and was in prison for rape and murder. And after starting the reward for information on his whereabouts at $10,000, it has since reached up to $25,000, which is where it stands now. And officers believe this is a testament to just how dangerous he is.
I think that speaks to how much of a threat they view this and how dangerous. You know, we've said from day one, you know, you look at the charges that Mr. Hardin had and everything. This is an individual that they do not want out on the loose. You've heard other reports of, you know, people who have had interactions and dealing with him in the past and kind of the things that they have said about it.
And while it's hard to find someone like that in such a large area,
This is literally trying to find a needle in a haystack.
they've been using as many resources as possible.
Utilize the canines, the drones, horseback, ATV, aircraft, you know, you name it, anything that we can get our hands on. The area that we're searching is not very accessible in a lot of ways. And so being able to have a lot of those different resources to reach areas that maybe we wouldn't otherwise, you know, hopefully will turn out to be insurmountable.
I'm sorry. This one here, I'm going to have to step in the front of this. If they have not caught this man already, he's going to an island. He's trying to get up out of here. If he did all of that to create all of those diversions and make that uniform and everything like that, homeboy's up out of here. He's an ex-police officer. He know what they trying to do. I got to say, they better be real cunning on this one. They got to watch all borders and stuff, because that's one person right there that I feel personally, he not staying around no Arkansas. He already out the state. I'm telling you now, makeshift uniform, was able to hide it, gets out pulling some stuff. Come on now, that's the straight up Escape from Alcatraz, the whole play, except for the water. What y'all got for me in the comments? He needs help though. Yeah, he definitely do. What else y'all got over here? Marlana says, indeed, it was genius. He's also clear. So if he was not, they would have found him already. There you go. Exactly. Brandon says, he gone. Brandon said. Brandon put the, Brandon got the dots in the front. Brandon's like, he is gone. Stop playing with us right now. Sirius says, relax, Jean. He is just giving news to us and his thoughts. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Jean Valjean. Jean says, are you taking some uppers? You are acting pretty manic every time I see you. You're really obsessed with this. You need professional help. Yes, I do. I need some professional funding. I need some big stacks of cash, and I need people to realize how good I am at this, because those guys are good, but I'm better. I turn up, I'm energetic, and I give the people everything, and I leave it all on the court, as you can see. Have no problem doing that. Take this shirt off, go rinse it out, put it on a hanger, and be ready for tomorrow. I ain't playing, I don't care about none of the hatred, man. I'm turned up right now. Why? Because of life, and I'm happy. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna celebrate as much as I can. You guys should too. Stuff like this could be happening to us. Every day it don't for me, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna rejoice in it. And I hope you get to feel that way too, because I'm gonna tell you, it's a blessing. See that love right there? Watch this, bloop, 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 bloop. I'll take it and give that right to you guys. We're gonna keep on moving right now, because we got this fun-thudant suspect in the restaurant Rill's Robbery. He's believed to be the Bill's Nurgler of a Northeast Philly restaurant. This guy has no remorse. I know he has to be a teenager or a young adult because of what he just did. I'm not gonna even say it, because if I say those words, I think they're definitely gonna strike me right now and take me out of here with the circle. I have to let this video explain this. Even if I'm wrong on that accord, what he did makes me feel that bad that I don't even want to say it. From the visual that we're about to see, from what we're hearing, I don't like this at all. So he's a suspect that was connected to these Krills knives right here. And he had the nerve to Rill's Knob a restaurant while the kids were there crying and pull something out on the mother. Watch this.
This is a case that's gotten national attention. A restaurant owner in North Philadelphia robbed at gunpoint while her kids watched in horror. And tonight, NBC 10 has new information about this armed robbery and a string of other crimes in Philadelphia and the suburbs. We first told you about the robbery of Shauna's restaurant in North Philadelphia yesterday on NBC 10 News. And now police say a person of interest in that case has been linked with close to a dozen other crimes throughout the region. NBC 10's Deanna Durante joins us live in Cheltenham Township with those details. Deanna?
Fred, this is Marcus Neto. He is wanted in a pair of burglaries that happened here in Cheltenham Township back in March. Police say they've been looking for him for the last 6 weeks. And after seeing video we displayed on NBC 10 News last night, they tell us they now believe that he is the suspect in many other crimes. It was 9 p.m. on Sunday night when the owner of Shauna's restaurant and banquet hall was getting ready to close. A man walked in. She thought he was a customer until she saw the gun and his quick movements to steal money and her purse.
You're gonna pull a gun in front of my children at me? I worked so hard.
The video is shocking, but sources say it's not the only video out there that shows the same suspected thief.
Back on March 20th, in the early morning hours, we had two burglaries, one at the Goat House Creamery and one at an auto body shop, both in the Elkins Park section of Cheltenham.
The Melrose Service Center and a local ice cream shop were targeted. Police here say when they saw the video from North Philadelphia, they knew this was their guy.
Marcos Neto, he's an 18-year-old Portuguese male who had a previous arrest in Philadelphia for a similar offense. Once we identified him as a suspect, we did obtain an arrest warrant for him. We obtained that arrest warrant in early April. For the last 6 weeks, we've been trying to locate him and take him into custody. However, we've been unsuccessful.
Yeah, I see.
Fast forward to about a week ago, we got information that there was a robbery, point a gun of a business in Philadelphia, of a restaurant. Looking at that surveillance video, we were able to determine that he's actually wearing the same clothing he was wearing the night he committed our burglaries. If you look at this image above me, he's wearing the same clothing.
And police say while those two cases may be connected to the same guy, there is more. Thursday, Northeast detectives in Philadelphia released information on Marcos Neto. He was a person of interest in a string of crimes going back to February. Break-ins across Northeast Philadelphia.
We've all put up cameras, we've all put up, signs, we've put up better lighting, and it's not stopping anything that's going on in the city right now.
Frustrated victims spoke to NBC 10 yesterday about their cases.
It's the same criminal that is doing all the crime in the city.
John Reed says while watching NBC 10 News Thursday and seeing these images, he knew right away. The man who hit his shop in March was the same guy Philly police are looking for.
Now he's a little outlaw Billy the Kid. He's acting up out there in Philly. How you so brazen that they know who you are? He don't even need to wear the mask anymore. What are you wearing a mask for when they know it's you? You got the nerve to wear the same clothes every time you're doing it. I'm in the comments, y'all. This is crazy right here. This is real out in the streets, y'all. What else you got over here? You got Grande says, the Portuguese owe us reparations, deport de arse. Okay, what you got? John Ward says, we got companies that want to leave the U.S. instead of build companies here because of our uncertainty about tariffs. That's true. We got Frederick, nope, you're talking about somebody else. Tube State says, was he also one of Joe's invited? Question mark. Raphael Dazier says, and he is unbiased. I see him covering multiple people, not just black or white. Love Top, it said Portuguese. There we go. Marlana says, another one for El Salvador. Monet says, the usual suspect, jet joke. And there you go. Southern Boy says, hello from Oklahoma. Thank you, Oklahoma. Scott Norris says, good man. Okay, what else y'all got going on? Frederick Wright says, thanks for hitting the like. I see them going up. Yes, let's get those likes up because now we got to go to who? Tampon Tim. Tampon Tim is telling the Democrats to push back. He said that Trump is bullying and this will weaken. They said that he's a weak and cruel man, who Trump is. So let's go on over to Tampon Tim. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? The almost vice president of the United States of America. That's right, you guys. None other than Tampon Tim.
So look, it's a bit old school in this, and I'm doing some. So look, it's a bit old school in this, and I'm doing some soul searching, and I was the guy who was there during this last one, but I'm convinced there's an appetite out there for this style of governing, this idea of competency, this idea of compassion, this idea of being able to get things done. When you poll people, they love our policies, but they can't love those policies if we don't enact them. And if we don't elect Democrats, we don't get a chance to do it. So this is not a chicken and the egg type of thing. You need to elect people who are in it for the right reasons, who want to improve people's lives, who are willing to do the work and build the coalition behind them with a strong party unit, strong county units, strong democratic infrastructure to.
By Tampon, I already know that they don't want to hear this. I just had to do it because it was happening. Don't even know what he was talking about. And guess what? I'm going to apologize for playing that clip. Literally going to apologize because we got other stuff to talk about, especially with all of these weekend crime sprees that's going on. We got kills, narjackings, we got reals, robberies, and I definitely can't say the Bills bulletproof Bills nests because they're going to really get me out of here for that. We got to go ahead and move around because I got to bring you guys over to Baltimore where it's kind of crazy at. So Baltimore, do me a favor and step to the front of the stage, please. We have some news for you.
The story tonight, a 17 and 19-year-old shot just before 6 o'clock tonight at the intersection of Light and Lombard Streets right downtown near Arroyo Farms. Fox 45's Vincent Hill joins us live at that intersection now with an update on the shooting and several other crimes involving juveniles across Baltimore this weekend. Vincent.
Yeah, Maxine, certainly a busy weekend when it comes to juvenile crime. Now, an officer was on patrol here around 6 o'clock here at the corner of Light and Lombard near this Royal Farms when someone approached them saying there was an armed person. Now, the officer responded to the area, heard several shots. That's when they found the 17-year-old and 19-year-old male with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. They were taken to the hospital. They are expected to be okay. No word yet on a suspect. Meanwhile, one teen was back on the streets hours after committing a violent crime months ago, and it appears they're back at it. Take a listen.
Over the weekend, juvenile crime running rampant across Baltimore. On Friday,
officers, the male pointed a gun to his head, took his keys, advised they would shoot him if he did not give up his vehicle.
Okay, so Baltimore is turning up. As you can see, it's getting hot. The weather has broken this week. I'm telling you guys right now, just be on point. And again, don't think that I'm fear mongering or trying to get you guys scared or whatever. I want you to stay safe and stay alive. When I tell you guys to watch out and be on the swivel, when I tell you it's hot outside, I do believe that the Lord, our God, makes it rain just to calm things down, as well as to give plants and all of the elements their water and their nutrients and help out the rivers and the lakes and things of that nature. But I also think that the storms and the water that provides, when it hits people, it calms them down. Not only that, people don't want to commit so many krills knives and things like that during bad weather. Now that it's broke out there and it's going to be people moving around, remember, 24 hours in New York, there's always somebody moving around because the city never sleeps. I'm not trying to tell you guys and get you scared. I'm trying to tell you guys to stay on point, especially with these young preteen adults that do not have any guidance. Not trying to scare you guys. I want you to be able to make it, to keep on seeing the bottom line and to keep on popping up every day and to keep on taking care of your families. So that's a serious point that I want to bring out because a lot of times people hit me with the, why are you fear mongering? Because I watch this stuff all damn, excuse my French, all Dill's damn day. Now I'm in the comments. What y'all got for me? Okay, bam, heart attack. What else you got? Brandon C says, amen, boo, amen. No doubt. Thank you so much. Kendra says, play nice in the comments, please. Let me know who's getting up out of here. That's all serious, says John. Why are you writing these? Please add a mod. Hide. Okay, where's John? I ain't even going to look. I'm just going to look for your name and get him out of here. I don't even know what you said. Boom! Out of here. Don't even care what you said, bro. Because now we got to move on to people like Jean Valjean. We're going to move on to people like you. Because what we got going on right now is this scene about the transgenders. Yes, the transgender male athlete. Why did you do that, Bugatti? Yeah. transgender male athlete who won the track finals in California. It's still going on, especially in sanctuary states and cities that's pushing back. So yes, we got this another California situation where a transgender athlete just won another title.
California and the debate over trans athletes in girls' sports. A rule change allowing one trans athlete to take home several medals.
I don't really like committing to things.
I know you don't.
I'm scared.
That's why you lost Kim.
But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years,
Where that
I mean,
Kanye
yeah,
tat? Where the tat?
that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
Well, let me get this out the way real quick. I'm not paying for YouTube Prime. You know why? That's like $50-something a month. For YouTube, ain't no way in the world. Nope, no thank you. Ain't paying for that.
To take home several medals. This morning, new fallout over a California track meet after state officials defied President Trump's executive order banning trans athletes from competing in girls' sports. 16-year-old A.B. Hernandez was all smiles.
Viracosa. Hi, I'm Viracosa. Yeah, I don't care. Call me what you want. This is the platform for that. You saw that just went over. Why did that happen? Because this is the platform for that. I told you guys already. You can say fat. You can say anything that you want like that. It's long because I'm gonna get in trouble for it. But y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever y'all say, bounce off me and stick to you. I'm telling y'all straight up and down. I don't roll with the broken wristed click. And I'm telling y'all straight up and down, I'm not on no, hating or nothing like that. But stuff like this, I do not condone at all because it takes away from actual girls. Look at this entire line of girls' faces that have been disappointed right here because of what's going on. That's not fair because of a crazy agenda. I don't think that it's cool. This agenda that's trying to be pushed right now. Come on now. It's not right.
For a California track meet after state officials defied President Trump's executive order banning trans athletes from competing in girls' sports. 16-year-old A.B. Hernandez was all smiles, posing with the other winners at California State Track and Field Championship over the weekend, the team taking silver in long jump and tying for gold in the high jump and triple jump. But in the stands,
I'm here to save my daughter's future.
Protesters outraged that A.B., assigned male at birth, was allowed to compete.
I don't think it was fair. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't allow my daughter to compete against the person.
A.B.'s participation came amid a push from lawmakers to ban trans students from the competition.
The girls competing, they are not okay with this. They know it's unfair and they do not want to compete against a boy. The truth was, he was not born in the wrong body.
Last week, President Trump threatened to withhold federal funds from California unless A.B. was barred from competing. But instead of banning A.B., the California Interscholastic Federation, which oversees school sporting events, opted to change the rules, expanding the number of athletes per event and handing out an extra medal in any event where A.B. won.
Wow.
Governor Gavin Newsom supported the rule change. As for the other winners,
it has nothing to do with me.
Some say the politics surrounding the event was a bigger distraction than A.B.'s participation.
That she doesn't deserve any of the hate. And as an adult, you shouldn't be hating on a 16-year-old.
The Justice Department is investigating whether A.B.'s win violates sex discrimination laws.
I don't really.
And as a 16-year-old, we're not going to take your opinion because you don't know what the HEL double hockey sticks you're talking about. Now go get back in line and go do what you're supposed to be doing over there. Because once something like that happens, then they're going to try to start upping it and keeping it going on. Y'all already know. Once they get a fingernail in the door, they try to keep going. They try to rush everybody in. So no, I am not for that. I think it was wrong. Personally, I think it was wrong. What y'all got for me up in these comments? Let's go. Kendra Walker says, can we get 100 likes, please? Okay, that'll work, Kendra. T. Lee says, exactly. The Special Olympics, maybe exactly. There you go. What else y'all got? Sirius Snipe says, that would be the only answer. I think Griffin. Guy says, guy with the glove, you can see that's a boy. What the F? Exactly. Why do you think Viracosa's up in there? You can't see the difference between these two people right here. Y'all know who this really is, right? If anybody know who this is right here, put that name in the comments for the most funniest white man that ever made me fall on the floor when he did Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Got a package, people. Y'all know who that is. Tell me who that is right there. And don't AB look just like him? Let's go. Let's keep on going. What y'all got for me in the comments? What y'all got for me over here? Come on, let's keep it rolling. Exactly. That's Vera over there, ain't it? You know who it is, Still Black. Griffin, what Griffin said. That's right. That's right. Trans sports would be the least viewed category of the Special Olympics. There you go. Still Black says, that's Vera. Happy says, that's In Living Color. Johnny says, crazy. We have to fight for what's right. AJ Jones says, Rodney Dangerfield. You know what? I just can't get no respect. Can't get no respect. You know, I can't get no respect. Okay, over here, what we got? Trump is a god. What we got? Raphael says, Jim Carrey. There you go. This message is whatever. Vera Tamalo. There you go. Trauma Talking says, they wrong for that. All the girls should quit. Mad Hatter says, yeah, she got a package. Bull Princess says, yeah, he should not have won a scholarship for being a cheater. Kendra says, it literally costs no money to show support to the channel. Go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, we got Scotland in the building. You must have known my birthday was on St. Patrick's Day. She is trying to compete, but it's just not fair for the rest of the female athletes. That's right. And now we got to do the bam, 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 bam. But we're not doing it in Philadelphia. We're doing it in some part of New York. I don't even really know what the state, but I'm gonna just put it like this: whoever this mayor is, he's been allegedly put on blast because he's been having problems with the police. And guess what? I want you guys to see this right here. When I saw this, I said to myself, wait a minute. Mayor Adams is the mayor of New York. Then I said, you know, maybe one little county or something like that. So after a while, I figured it out. But check this, guys. Check this out, guys, what happened yesterday. I'm sorry, 3 days ago. We missed it, but I'm definitely going to play it for you. Check this out.
Now to an I-Team exclusive.
Spring Valley's controversial mayor setting off a new firestorm.
When you want to make junk disappear, leave it where it is. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. I've got a partner who lives down the street from you, and we're anxious to come to your rescue. All you have to do is point. Okay. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Nope.
Now to an I-Team exclusive.
Spring Valley's controversial mayor setting off a new firestorm for allegedly trying to physically remove the police chief from the department for refusing orders.
Investigative reporter Sarah Wallace has the latest on that from Rockland County.
The police chief not talking, but we are told by village insiders there was an incident here yesterday where the mayor did get physical. He also suspended the chief, which he doesn't have the power to do.
And
the chief back on the job today. By the way, this is not their first go round.
Round one.
Did you physically try to remove him from the police department? That's what witnesses are saying.
Are they now?
Yes, is that true?
How wonderful is that?
Spring Valley Mayor Alan Simon wouldn't answer our questions about an incident with Police Chief Rick Olachuk witnesses say happened yesterday. This is what one wrote in a complaint to village officials. I and others witnessed Mayor Simon physically and forcibly place both of his hands upon the chief of police in an outrageous, unlawful attempt to illegally and physically remove the chief from the police department building. The mayor's behavior was erratic. Insiders say this week the mayor became outraged over a road construction project he opposed that was approved by the village board trustees. Simon then ordered the chief to have officers arrest workers and impound their vehicles. He refused. This is an email we obtained where Simon suspended the chief for 30 days for insubordination. Only the board of trustees can legally take that action. Did you suspend him? Mayor, did you suspend him?
I take it I did give a letter of suspension. He's still in. Isn't that an interesting situation? I believe it's going to come to litigation.
The mayor also tried unsuccessfully to suspend the chief in 2023 when he refused to fire school resource officer Kwesi Evelyn. The mayor also wanted the chief to arrest me and my photographer for trying to ask Simon questions about his behavior. Out! Okay.
Out of my office!
Sure, we're leaving. Do you want to talk about why you eliminated the school resource officer position and endangered
I'm sorry, I can't. It's a personnel matter.
Simon has a history of outbursts. This was him at a trustee meeting a few years ago.
I am sick and tired of you
It's not clear whether there is video of the incident at the police department yesterday.
Did you physically force
I'm not
him?
really able to comment
Well, sure
on
you are, sir.
litigation.
It's not litigation, sir. Did you physically try to remove
Excuse
him
me.
from the police department?
Excuse me. They're closing the door now.
We did reach out to the Rockland County District Attorney's Office to see if there is a potential criminal investigation, but did not hear back.
I got 2 words, you guys. You ready? Starts with a T and an L. I think term limits need to be investigated and really implemented in certain instances. He's a little, maybe his age has something to do with his ramblings and the way that he acts so crazy. I think that has something to do with it. I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you one thing though. He seemed like a whole television show by himself. What we got up in here? Who we got up in this building right now? I just saw something up there. All right, what we got? What y'all got for me? What y'all got? I want to see what you guys got. Definitely a thug. How is he a thug when he's that old like that? Marquita says, YT crime. Okay, the end. That mayor sounds drunk and seems mentally ill. How did he get elected? Question mark. That's why I said, what? The mayor of what? WTF, crazy guy. No criminal investigation is wild. Marquita says, yo, that YT thug. Angels Among Us is dying laughing over there. Like, what? Senile for sure. That's what it is. Brandon C says, he sounds like a teacher from Problem Child. Still Black Jesus 214 says, he's super rude. Yes. Wait a minute. Joe says, poor bro, just wants to be left alone from the media. No doubt. Y'all already know he was found innocent. Okay. Raphael Dazier says, you know, if anyone puts their hands on a cop, they go to jail. So that did not happen. Wait a minute. Angels Among Us says, crazy old man. He was going off. He was going off. Kind of like the P. Diddy defense lawyer was when he blasted the star witness for putting on a show. They're saying that she put on a show and they was really not being too nice. You know how the defense is. They're saying things like this. You may feel as if we're putting on a real hard defense. We may be asking you certain questions that may be intense. But guess what? This man is fighting for his life. When you think about it like that, you can't really say nothing about it, guys. So let's keep on moving right now because yes,
Victim 4 testifying using
we're
the
doing some updates on P. Diddy right now, just briefly for a few minutes. And then, yes, like I said, I'm actually going to be going down there after I change this outfit. And then I'm going to put some stuff on and be covering it.
Victim 4 testifying using the pseudonym Mia. He has also sexually assaulted me. Prosecutor Madison Smizer asked, did Mr. Combs sexually assault you on one occasion or more than one occasion? Mia responded, more than one. Mia told the jury that Sean Combs sexually assaulted her at a penthouse at the Plaza Hotel where Combs was celebrating his 40th birthday. She recalled him giving her 2 vodka shots that hit her hard. She said Combs kissed her and put his hand up her dress. She said she woke up the next morning on a chair. Mia described other times that she says that Combs sexually assaulted her. She said she stayed in his house, and when she did, she was not allowed to lock her bedroom door. Mia said she awoke one time in 2009 or 2010 to Combs on top of her as she was sleeping on the bottom bunk. She said the assault was quick, and she felt she couldn't say no. There was another time Mia said she was packing Combs's bag and he walked into the closet with his private parts exposed and forced her to perform oral sex. Mia said she didn't want any of these sexual encounters and they always happened when Cassie wasn't around. And Mia said she never told anybody about these assaults. Mia said, I was going to die with this. I didn't want anyone to know ever. Smizer asked, what, if anything, were you worried would happen if you spoke up? Mia said, I would have been silenced. I would have been punished. I would have been exiled from my second family. I would have had a horrible reputation. I would have lost everything.
I knew a lot of these people that were in this situation that were actually working for Sean P. Diddy Combs at this time. They were working for Sean John, Bad Boy, and a lot of people. I mean, a lot of his companies. I never saw anything like this. I never heard of anything like this. I only heard the good. Was it because people look at it like it's something that happened, it's normal and common in the industry? Could be. Was it because they were okay with the money? I don't know. Could it be because they were feeling like they couldn't get out of it? That's pretty hard because I see somebody in the comments says, how does this happen more than one time to an adult? Fool me once, fool me twice. I don't know. I don't want to put my personal opinion on it because there could be different reasons for different people. Some people probably trying to get a check right now. Some people feel like it probably was bottled up and they can have it finally have their say. What do you guys think about that situation? What's going on? What else? What y'all got over? Marquita says Diddy will pay Trump and all will be just fine, just like all of the Trump's other pardons. Ooh. Moving forward says, how is Diddy the only predator? Bull Princess, that's right. Move. Okay, what else y'all got? Okay, but where's Bull Princess that it's cause no one it's cause none of that ever happened. Oh, okay, Guy said nothing ever happened. Moving forward says, nah, she's being told to Lil's nigh on him. Ooh, Natalie says, and they come back again and again like it wasn't happening before. Not only that, but you guys, this is a little insight that I'm gonna tell you guys straight up and down. And I don't care if they don't like me because of it, they never did in the first place. That Howard alumni be on some real BS. Started companies like Academics, Mecca, and Fat Farm. Once they got their people in the door, you know how alumni is, and how they always bring their own people in. That's why you get people like allegedly like Tony Shellman, and you got your people like all of those people from over there, like Sabe Burnett and all of them people that I actually worked with at Academics, Emmett Harrell, Don Juan Harrell, Harold. And then you got people like Good Person, Lisa Blumenthal, real good people. They don't mind me saying their names because they're professionals and they do this. But the people that's in that mix that was on some BS, I don't care if you got a problem with me saying your name because y'all was the ones that was alienating the hardworking people that was in New York, getting it how we live and trying to keep us out. So that's what I'm talking about. Once they get their little clique up, they keep that stuff in their own circle. And they don't bring anybody in. When it was good, it was good. When y'all was making all of the money, running around, talking Sean John, doing all the parties, we heard nothing until this why me situation came up, until the R. Kelly stuff, until, I ain't gonna say that word with that certain company put that bread behind the situation. But come on, let's call it what it is. And another thing, even a clock is right. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things are not true about what's going on with that man. Maybe a lot are, but a lot of it, I would say, is all facade and for a check later when it comes down to the civil part of it. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got a situation that says how the policeman, wait a minute. I don't even understand what's going on over here in Corpus Christi. Going to be honest with you, I tried to read this thing 3 times already, and Boogotti, I don't know what you wrote for yourself to read. So we're going to all read it together right now and see what I had in the cookie over here. Okay, here's how the police said a man tied to a Dills Netley carjacking in Houston was arrested in Corpus Christi. Okay, we're going to read it together. Let's go. And don't think it's over. It gets crazier after this because I got some stuff coming up about the escape criminal. He's actually on Instagram talking and telling about why they escaped. Check this out. We're going to get to this first.
Busy Friday, tonight a man believed to be responsible for killing a driver during an Busy Friday, tonight a man believed to be responsible for killing a driver during an attempted carjacking in Southwest Houston last night is in custody.
And that man is also accused of stealing another vehicle. Our Katira Winfrey is live where this all began at 59 and West Belfort, and she has the latest details.
Sharnmin and Lynn, the driver who was shot and killed in that attempted carjacking, his identity has not been given just yet, but his car came to a stop right here. And in surveillance video, you will see in just a moment, you'll see him come from under the underpass where his car stops right here, and then frantic witnesses rush in to help. The aftermath of a deadly carjacking attempt is obvious from the damage to this red car's windshield. Surveillance video shared with KHOU 11 shows that car as it coasts to a stop.
Fireworks ran over there to help him, but then it was too late.
Jeffrey Telsey was standing near the freeway when he heard the chaos erupt.
Yes, ma'am, I was right across the street and I heard it when the bam, bam, bam. And then they broke his window too.
Police say a suspect crashed his vehicle here along the 11,700 block of Southwest Freeway, got out of his vehicle and began walking in traffic before attempting to carjack this driver. At some point, authorities say the suspect opened fire.
If I didn't know, it's already seized. Additional surveillance video shows the moments paramedics and police arrive. By then, authorities say the suspect had already gone up the feeder, successfully carjacked another vehicle, and took off.
He continued down the service road, located a silver Audi, was able to successfully carjack that car. Driver of that vehicle was able to get out of the car without injury.
Authorities issued an alert for that car. Hours later, Corpus Christi police say the vehicle was spotted, and the suspect they identify as Alexis Garcia was found hiding in a field. And Garcia is being held right now in Corpus Christi on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felony theft. Now, Houston police haven't confirmed the suspect's name, but they have confirmed that a suspect is in custody. As for the victim, police are working to notify that person's family.
Oh my God, I want to know, did they say anything about illegal migrant? I want to know about that part, because I think so. And we're going to keep on moving forward. Like I told you, there's a lot in the clip. I got to get all of this stuff out. I told you in the beginning, we had a heavy day. So now guess what? All of a sudden, we got this Trump family situation from NBC. Yes, we play all sides. NBC, MSNBC, they're saying that the Trump family must be held accountable for a meme coin scandal. I ain't know nothing about this, but Representative Garcia.
New reaction today from Elon Musk about his tenure in the Trump administration. New reaction today from Elon Musk about his tenure in the Trump administration after the president gave him a formal send-off Friday from his role as a special government employee. In an interview with CBS, he talked about attacks on Doge.
It's been unfair because Doge became the whipping boy for everything. So if there was some cut, real or imagined, everyone would blame Doge. I've had people think that somehow Doge is going to stop them from getting their Social Security check, which is completely untrue. But my frank opinion of the government is that the government is just like the DMV that got big. Okay, so when you say let's have the government do something, you should think, do you want the DMV to do it?
I apologize, you guys. That was the wrong intro for that clip. That basically was a little bit different right there. That was just basically a summation of what Doge is doing, as well as the continuation. What you guys got for me in these comments? Because I ain't been over here in a minute. Mike Thompson says, "May Almighty God bless the Great White Hope." Okay, Mariah Williams says, "I wish I purchased one of those coins." Okay, was it an illegal immigrant? Yeah, that's what I was trying to find out. And again, I do apologize for that coin situation, you guys. I apologize, but it happened, so I'm going to own it. Elizabeth says, at the very least, she is a felon for being in commission of a felony. There you go. What else you guys got? You got Angels Among Us 214 that says, damn, is that a chick, Alexis? I don't know. It looked like he had one of those, remember those mullets back in the day with the hair that come over here with the hair that go in the back? Looked like he had a mullet. But it don't look like, I think it was an illegal. That's exactly what somebody else is asking. John with the glove, what's up? Wow, that guy they just interviewed sounded like Satchmo Armstrong. Talking about he sounded like Satchmo. You funny, man. I like that one. That was a good one. Now we got this video that captures two separate mail thieves in the Bronx. Come on, I'm already at the front of the stage. And this is where I'm from. And I made sure this time, it's not the Bronx, Ohio, y'all. This is the Bronx, New York. Now they have the nerve, the audacity. They're crazy. They out here taking the mail out of the carts. When I was young, there's certain things that we just did not do. We don't mess with the mailman. You don't talk, you don't do all certain type of stuff with the police and certain things like that. But nowadays, people are so brazen. They're real knobbing the mailman for the key to get inside the mailbox. Let me show you what else they're doing when it comes down to these mailmen. They don't even care at this point. You guys, it's brazen, it's nuts. They're on mopeds doing it and walking up.
Two different mail thefts happening in broad daylight right here in the borough this morning.
In broad daylight.
Two different mail thefts happening in broad daylight right here in the borough this morning. And Newsfield's Karina Gary is along East Tremont Avenue and Southern Boulevard with the latest details.
Thieves caught not once, but twice on camera today.
Two men, both on motorcycles. One was fishing mail out of this mailbox.
The first theft happening along Whitestone Road. The second on East Tremont Ave.
They have stolen checks from me before, money order checks out of this mailbox.
Surveillance footage captures one thief stealing mail from the East Tremont Avenue mailbox. You can see him away on his bike holding the postage. And there's a term for what these thieves are doing. It's called mailbox fishing. Now, while fishing, these thieves will take a piece of string with some type of glue adhesive attached, stick it inside the mailbox slot, then pull the mail out. Other ways thieves are getting the mail is by adding glue to the rim of the mailbox slot, something Marina pointed out to us.
This is very sticky. So when you put your envelope in, it doesn't go down all the way. It stays at the edge.
Residents say phishing has been an ongoing issue.
Been missing already 5 checks already, so it's been going like for 5 months.
One postal worker tells us off camera it's become a daily occurrence.
It seems to me like it's a lot of these illegal migrants that's doing stuff like that. We have never really heard about this stuff going on until these people have taken over our cities, sanctuary cities. Not only that, but they have not gotten the right type of justice when it comes down to locking them up. Instead of just deporting these people, they need to go to prison. And they need to know that they're going to do a serious, stiff jail time before they do anything like this. But yo, what we get over here, you get a slap on the wrist, and then that they're so brazen and so evil about the things that they're doing. What do? They're even trying to take the Jill's nuns from the kills nops. They don't care. It's just crazy out here. And again, I'm not fear-mongering, don't want to scare you guys, but if they're going to do that to them, what they going to do to us? Now we got to keep on moving forward because hopefully, I don't know how this is going to help, maybe if they implement some robots, but what happens if you're inside of a store one day and you go in there and you put something in your pocket? Next thing you know, AI catches you. Nope, I'm not talking about security camera. I'm talking about AI that can actually detect when you pick something up and put it in your bag or your person and you don't pay for it. I have a feeling that there's going to be a possible couple of lawsuits with this thing that's coming up. But once they get it fine-tuned, this is going to be something crazy, you guys. What are you talking about, Bugatti? I'm talking about AI catching thieves before they walk out of a store. New technology that just was adapted that's going to change everything. Check this out. AI is about to be really ramped up. And like I said, if they implement this along with security, it's going to be something serious. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. But before that, I'd like to give you guys an exclusive that we just found that I have to bring you exclusively. And it's going to be better than the AI video. So everybody come to the front of the stage. I almost forgot this. And I'm happy that I'm able to show you guys this. Check this out. One of the escaped inmates from New Orleans went on Instagram and made a post, a whole video. I think that's more important right now than the AI. We're going to run the AI after that, but I want you guys to see this. Check this out.
Let our OGC.
17 days after 10 men scaled a jailhouse fence to freedom at the Orleans Justice Center, Antoine Massey, one of 2 men still on the run, pleads his case in social media videos. Good evening, I'm Meg Gatto.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. A law enforcement source tells Fox 8 investigators believe it is Massey in the videos and that they are actively looking into them. Gabby Killett shares more on Massey's message.
Lauren, Meg, Antoine Massey pleads his case on social media, calling on President Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and multiple rappers for help as he maintains his innocence. Now, Massey claims the domestic abuse battery case he was booked with was filed by a jealous girlfriend. Massey calls the state of Louisiana corrupt for keeping him incarcerated and presents paperwork and his video that he says supports his innocence.
I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people and not just me.
Now, Massey says he was facing life in prison and claims he left the jail because he was treated unfairly by the legal system. He also contests that he ever threatened a jail maintenance worker who was arrested in connection with the escape.
They try to paint a picture of me as this big old bad guy. Oh, I threatened Sterling, the maintenance man. How did I threaten you, bro? You can't even come around me without a deputy being on the tip.
And we'll have more on these videos coming up in our newscasts at 9 and 10.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. I want you guys to see that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, he's on the run, escaped, got out. Now he's trying to say that the reason he's out there fighting for his freedom is because New Orleans and the justice system did him wrong. Do you guys think he has any dog in that fight? I want to know what you guys got to think, what you guys think about this. Moving forward says, okay, if you're an illegal immigrant, just say so. What else you got? Marquina says, Omarosa told us that we will be bowing down. Okay, keep on going. Candace says, Alan, you're wrong for that, bro, SMH. Kendra Walker says, Markham says, who parent was able to skip the line for people waiting to get legal immigration into the United States? Okay, Sirius says, are all back in prison / jail? No, I think it's 2 that's still out, him and one other person. Trump has a legal immigrant wife. Check this out. What I was saying about, what I have to say about this topic is this. You can tell someone is definitely holding him down, meaning supporting him. He's got sweatsuit on. He looked like he's been eating and hanging out. He's using somebody's phone in order to be on Instagram. So like those officers said yesterday, yes, somebody is definitely supporting him and helping him while he's on the run. And sadly, they might come up on charges if they caught with him. Once upon a time, he wouldn't be the first to get screwed by the Lady Justice. There you go. That's true. Looking sharp as ever, big dog. Thank you so much. Moving forward says, okay, if you're an illegal immigrant, just say so. Now, let's get to that AI situation. Like I said, if you're in the store, you guys got to watch out now. Because if you do something like this, they don't even need the security. AI technology is now able to find people that's doing shoplifting. So yeah, along with cameras, and I think maybe a RoboCop sort of security man, we might have some problems coming up in the future when it comes down to these people trying to lift things out of these stores, y'all. Let's go. Let's get into it real quick.
A new tool promises to fight shoplifting before it happens, and one store owner says it's already paying off.
This guy, Rich Jamiro, shows us the AI in action in today's Rich on Tech. Good morning.
AI everywhere.
Yeah,
That's really the future. And this is one way it's being used, just part of many ways that AI is being used. We know shoplifting is a big problem for small business owners and the damage can add up quickly. Well, now one startup is helping stores fight back using AI to detect theft in near real time. 7-Eleven franchise owner Jaspal Sandhu says a new AI system is a game changer.
Since I've got this application maybe about a month ago, I've done saving about $10,000.
$10,000?
Wow.
In theft.
In theft, yeah.
Wow.
The system connects to existing security cameras and monitors footage 24/7, alerting owners in near real time when it detects potential theft.
Can't do it. Can't do that noise right there. It was already too much going on.
Sending an item into your jacket, into your pants, onto your backpack, anything like that.
It's trained on millions of interactions from over 5,000 clients worldwide.
It's already too late when they go and rewind the cameras. Now they can focus on the customers, on the inventory, on managing their staff, and basically just leave the AI watching for them.
Setup is simple. A small box plugs into the router that connects to existing cameras.
When we think AI, we think it's expensive. It's not at all. It's way less than an employee would cost you to monitor the cameras 24/7.
To test it out, I slipped some batteries into my bag. Within seconds, an alert popped up, flagging my suspicious behavior.
It has nothing to do with facial recognition or how a person looks like. It's really based on suspicious gestures.
Alerts are graded low, medium, or critical to help store owners decide whether to take action.
All right, y'all. I'm playing around with that music in the back. I can't do too much. You got the gist of it. Y'all got the idea. What do you think of it? What do you guys think about that? Like I said, I think there might be a couple of lawsuits because there are going to be people saying, I ain't steal nothing. Hold on a minute. Lon says hi. What else we got? Our fan. Drive the Prophet says, is the 7-Eleven owner legally here? Question mark. Double tap while we watching, y'all. Okay, keep on going. Sirius says, not in all shops, but in the bigger and more expensive ones. Okay, Germany. Okay, okay, well, who else we got up in there? Kendra Walker says, I wouldn't put anything past AI. Kendra said, if you're enjoying the content, double tap that screen, please, you guys. Let's get that up. Once Upon a Dime says, he wouldn't be the first to get screwed by Lady Justice. Okay, guys, I see. I think Walmart using the same thing. Like I said, I think there might be some lawsuits coming up because of that. People are going to try to make excuses and say, you know what? I wasn't trying to steal. That whoever did that, it wasn't me. But guess what? Now that they got you on video and all of that, it's going to be pretty hard to try to say that you wasn't trying to steal. Not only that, what if they get, this is why I say the second part, what if they get a big sort of robot to come down the aisle like, excuse me, it has been detected that you have put something in your pocket, like RoboCop. Oh my God, if they add, that's for the people that's talking about, I don't care, I don't care, I'm taking this, call the police. Then the robot is like this, come here with the grip, it can't go nowhere. Next thing you know, robot is just like this while you're trying to fight off the robot. Now imagine RoboCop on the other side of AI. Woo, you got a problem right there, boy. That's just me being extra. Y'all know how I am. I got to add a little bit of flavor to it. Got to put a little salt and pepper on the grits. You know how it go. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Do me a favor. If y'all appreciate the content, go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm only sweating bullets for the last half hour. Now y'all tell me I ain't earned them likes. Come on now. You got 300 and something people in the building. My arms look like Deer Park has just sprouted under my arms. I'm over here. I can't even front. I got to change all this. If y'all see me with this on later at that courthouse, y'all better call me out. Like Bugatti, I know your underarms is just as spongy as crazy, just as wet as waterfalls. But hey, you know what I like to do? I always tell you guys, I like to leave it on the court. I leave it in the field. I leave it on the stage. So when I walk off, I say you put your best foot forward and you did your best. And that's all I want to always give you guys is my best. So with that being said, do your boy a favor. Go ahead and go in that description right now. I made sure that there was like $1,200 in surveys inside the description today. So go ahead and get you some money, 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 money. Go ahead and get y'all some money. Go in there and get some money. I'll make some money off the surveys too. Also, what I want you guys to do is do me a favor. You got a business, you got to post whatever you do as far as like maybe you're a mobile barber, you do detailing. I don't know what you do, but I want you to send me your flyer so we can put it up in the post area so that everybody can see it. We even have a Discord. I would love to put somebody's promo up in there and have them say to me in the comments, you know how many people call me because of your promo? I love stuff like that to happen because all this platform is for us. Another thing I want to say to you guys is we're moving up in the numbers as far as members as well as subscribers. Subscribers, I feel like I got to make sure I'm working for you guys and earn that monthly. I can't even front on that. Not only that, but the members, we appreciate you. Subscribers, we really want you guys to go ahead and be a part of the show because it's no show without the audience. And also the people that are staying on topic, it's imperial and I really appreciate you. So with that being said, you guys, you all already know what else I'm about to do, right? Because it's going down soon. We got the 5 borough situation going on in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. That's right, y'all. The Show Your Talent show. The last one is going to be on Delancey Street. What are you talking about? It's a talent show in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens, and Staten Island. What's going to happen is you guys are going to come out to the location, show me your talent, and you're going to be able to make, boom, $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. After we get a finalist, you're gonna go to Delancey Street. Delancey Street. And then we got a location on Delancey where we're gonna be doing the finals. That's right, the finals, you guys. And the last person is gonna win $1,000. I don't know what your talent is. You can do a handstand, you can make good fried chicken, you can make a bust. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I want to see it, and you guys are gonna make monetary from it. With that being said, you guys, you know what today is, right? It's Tuesday. It's another day to get it right. It's another day to keep on pushing, and it's another day that God gave us to praise and do what we need to do, right? So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this shirt, get up out this sweaty stuff right here, and I'm going to tell you guys like this. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I hope you had a good show. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was well informed because I promise you, I asked to make sure that I was well informative. I asked to make sure that I was well entertaining. And that's probably why I was entertaining today, because he put his hands on me and he made sure that I was able to do that. So guess what? My blessing came true and I'm happy for that. So with that being said, you guys, until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let me get out these sweaty clothes, go meet up with Gene. We going downtown. I'll see y'all in a little while. Get him! One. Ha ha. Peace.